again. Okay, I totally didn't even get me on there. Sorry about
Okay,
that. Okay, here we go.
that's okay.
New stuff. Everyone wants a new open floor plan, right? Well, the answer may surprise you. Today, we're going to talk about why removing walls may not be the right thing to do. Welcome to Keeping It Real. I am Nikki Shelton with Real Broker, and this is Carrie Selby with Navy Federal Credit Union. And before we jump into today's topic, I wanted to give a plug to an upcoming community event that is true to my heart, Toys for Tots. Carrie, can you tell us a little bit about what is going on behind the scenes with the while the elves, or should I say the Marines, are getting prepared for this big day?
Well, we kind of have a mixture of both Marines and elves because we have these amazing volunteers that come back year after year, and they actually do dress up like elves on the day of our event. So it's kind of cool. Um, we have a lot of cool stuff going on. We are really starting to get into the thick of things right now. We are going to start going to the fairgrounds and setting up soon, but there are boxes all over the community right now. Best places to drop off that are most visible would be places like the mall. Navy Federal Credit Union is always a great place to drop them off, and all Edward Jones in the area also have boxes for drop-offs. But if you have any questions, go to our website.
Okay, and if they want to volunteer, they can go to your website too. Tell me, how many families do you guys typically help a year? And do you think this year is going to be more than last year?
We had quite a few families last year. I want to say that we had about 3,000 children that came through our doors last year. And so far this year, we are already at half of that, a little over 1,500 children registered. So it's a
It's a
lot.
great it's a great cause. I mean, it's great to help out. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into today's topic and talk about some of the myths of open floor plans. Okay, so knocking down walls automatically creates a more spacious feel. Um, Whoa. Like so far. I'm sorry. I am totally fighting a cold everyone today. I'm just a little off today. So sorry. Let me get caught up here with what's going on. I'm trying to do all this stuff and it's so not working sometimes. Here we go. Maybe that'll work and I can maybe actually even see it. Okay. So, sometimes you think like, the open floor plan, like everybody wants it. I'm catching up here. And knocking down the wall is going to create an absolutely spacious feel, and layouts. Here we go. Okay. So layouts and proportions matter more, and they can feel echoey. In my house, it's exactly that. The wood floors and the tall ceilings can definitely make things loud, and rugs can help too, but you do have to put a lot of thought into decorating.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what about the next myth? What about, is it ideal for all families?
It's not. Not everyone enjoys the noise, the clutter, the lack of privacy. It really works great if you are a big entertainer.
Yes, sometimes you just want a place to escape, and openness doesn't allow that. Okay, so the next myth. This is open kitchens. I mean, they do look really pretty, but what is the reality, Carrie?
Well, if you're anything like most people that cook, it's a mess. You have dishes everywhere, the smell can travel freely, and you also might have a little bit less storage because you are not utilizing so many cabinets.
My living or my dining room, I should say, is separate from my kitchen. And I actually really love that fact because once I entertain and I can go into the next room, I can close the door and I don't have to keep looking at all the dishes and thinking and be my focus not being on my guests. Instead, it's, on trying to clean my dinner dishes and stuff, which is disgusting when you're trying to have fun and you just want to focus on your company. Okay.
Exactly. Shut it and forget it.
Yep.
So what about the myth that removing walls is simple and affordable? Nope, not even. If it includes structural beams, electrical rerouting, and permit costs, those can raise the price. And sometimes adding a wall is cheaper.
I get a lot of buyers asking about open floor plans. That is true, but many don't. It kind of varies, especially after all the togetherness of COVID. I mean, many are now appreciating to define spaces, especially like we're setting and stuff.
Yeah, it's great for social households and can help small homes feel less cramped when designed well. And it's also ideal when natural light is strong and continuous.
Some things I have done with my home is to widen the doorways and add um, you just, adding like glass to my doors. And then there's some other things that you can do too, like doing a partial wall, for instance, or creating zones or glass partitions just so they feel more open but still separate. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, there are a lot of design options, but not a must-have. You need to consider your lifestyle, your budget, privacy needs, and noise.
And so true. And if you're thinking of selling and trying to decide if opening up your home is the answer, give me a call and I would be happy to meet with you. And if Carrie can help you get pre-approved to start shopping for that perfect new home, reach out. Our numbers are here on below. I think these still are. Let's see if not, I'll double check here. And there's just so many new buttons they've included for us here. Let me add the banner for our phone numbers here really quick. So, and Carrie, yours isn't on there because there's only so much space. So can you go ahead and say what your number is so that way they can get hold of you?
Yes, it's 360-930-1694.
Perfect. And we'll get the ad next time. So you guys, that's all we have for you this week. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you and have a happy Thanksgiving weekend. It's here already.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thanks for joining us.